Hi there, Westside Wellbeing crew. We are doing yoga today. You need a mat and clothes that you can move in comfortably, maybe some water. Try and turn off anything that's going to buzz or vibrate or ping and annoy you. Close doors if you can. And then let's start on the mat. So I'm just doing a time check to make sure that I know what time we started. And we're just going to start by lying down on the mat, settling into the space. You've created this time, this space to practice whenever that might be. So let's take the opportunity to honour that commitment and arrive. And maybe you want to take the opportunity to feel your body resting on the mat, on the floor. And maybe you want to tune into how your body's feeling. Not how your brain tells you you're feeling, but actually tune into how your body is feeling. And notice if you immediately jump to notice complaints, niggles, things that you're not happy about. See if you can turn your attention to things that feel good in the body. Things that might feel soft and relaxed and open. And then let's turn our attention to how we're breathing. Just noticing, no need to change anything yet, just notice how you are breathing. Maybe using the nose or the mouth, you might be using the chest or the belly, you might feel like the breath is deep or shallow. And in some way that might reflect the day that you've been having so far. And it might not. And let's see if together we can start to take a deeper inhale and a deeper exhale. As you inhale, fill up the lungs with fresh energy and oxygen. And as you exhale, try and let go of anything that's not going to serve you for the next 45 minutes of your practice. Taking 5 breaths here, each one deeper and longer than the one before. Excellent. Lovely stillness. Let's start to bend into our knees and bring the feet to the floor. Have the feet quite close in towards your body. And as you push down into the feet, I want you to notice how the lower back starts to connect with the mat. And then as you exhale, release the lower back, release the pressure through the feet. I'm going to do that a few more times. So inhale, push through the feet, lower back to the mat. Exhale to release. 3 more. Excellent. Now, next time you push down through the feet, push the lower back into the mat. Notice how your tailbone starts to lift up. And we're going to roll the spine all the way up, chest to chin. And then exhale, roll all the way back down. And we'll do that a few more times. So we push down through the feet, roll up the spine, and then exhale to roll all the way back down. Excellent. Let's do 2 more. Nice. Next time the hips hit the mat, take the feet wide, let the knees drop in towards each other, and just settle here with an internal rotation into your thighs and your hips. And then let the knees return to center. Bring the feet back into hip distance. Let the knees drop to the right as the gaze goes to the left. And we'll just move with the breath here. Inhaling to center. Exhaling, knees left, gaze right. Inhaling to center. Connecting our movement with our breath. And it might be the first opportunity that we've had all day or week or month just to move in this mindful way. Nice. Next time the knees and the gaze come back to center, we'll interlace the fingers around the top of the right shin and start to slide the left leg away. Hug right knee down towards the right shoulder. Left leg super glued to the mat. Every time you exhale is an opportunity to squeeze and hug the knee closer to the shoulder. And then we can add in a little ankle roll, turning the toes around one way. And then back the other. From here, we're going to bend into the left knee, left foot to the floor, hook right ankle onto the left thigh and start to push the right thigh away from you. And when you take in a few breaths, if you want to move deeper into the stretch, take both hands under the left thigh, interlace the fingers, hug the thigh in towards the body. Head, neck, shoulders are soft. And then release the left foot to the floor. Bring the hands back behind the right thigh and start to extend the leg up towards the ceiling. Point and flex through the toes. And then you can bend into that right leg, hug it back in towards you. Knee to shoulder, slide the left leg away. And then right leg can come to meet the left and just be still. When you're ready, we move into the other side. So we inhale, left leg in towards the body. Interlace the fingers around the top of the left shin, right side. Stay super glued. Left knee, every exhale inches its way towards the shoulder. And then you can start to circle round into the ankle. And back the other way. Finding stillness with the ankle, bend into the right leg. Left ankle crosses on top of the right thigh. Maybe gently push the left thigh away from you. Maybe take both hands underneath the right thigh, hug that right leg in towards the body. Shoulders, soft, head and neck soft. And if this feels too much, just stick with the version with the foot on the floor. And don't feel like you have to do exactly the same thing on each side of the body. Releasing the foot to the floor, bring the hands to the back of the left leg, extend the left leg up, and we will point and flex through the left toes. And then hugging that left leg back in towards the body. One final time, slide the right leg away. And then release the left leg to meet the right. And just be still. So we're doing a really thorough grounding through the legs by warming them up from the tips of the toes all the way up to the hip joints and the lower back, which is going to be a great foundation for some of our standing practices. So on your next inhale, let's bend both knees in towards the body. Wrap the arms around the top of the shins. Start to hug thighs in towards the belly. Hold here. And notice every time you inhale, belly pushes against the thighs. And every time you exhale, thighs come closer towards the belly. Excellent. Bring the hands to the back of the knees. Start to rock gently from left to right. Maybe circle the knees around one way and circle the knees back around the other way. And then we're going to start to rock forwards and backwards. Have a little play around, rock all the way up and down the spine. If it doesn't feel good for your back, come onto your side and push yourself up. We're all going to rock and roll all the way up, topple forwards and come into a tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Fingers spread wide. Inhale, belly drops, sit bones reach up, gaze goes up, open the chest forwards, and as you exhale, arch the spine, round the back, push the floor away. Move with the breath. Couple more. Excellent. Find your way to stillness. Now, push down through the left hand, left knee, left foot. Extend the right leg out behind you and sweep the right arms up. Gaze goes up towards your lifted fingertips if that feels okay for you, or you could keep the gaze in neutral. And if you're wobbling around here, maybe just step your left foot behind you. Breathe. Excellent. Now, pushing down through the foot and the knee, use your strong core to pull yourselves all the way up to standing. Thought I was bringing the mat with me then. Slide right hand down the right leg, left fingertips reach up and over, maybe gaze follows the fingertips. Inhale to come all the way up, left fingertips back to the mat, right arm reaches up and lift the right leg up. Doesn't matter if it doesn't lift very high. And then let the right leg come down. Find your way back into your tabletop. Knees go wide, big toes touch, hips to heels. Settle the forehead and the chest down towards the mat. Relax the arms, the shoulders, the elbows. You might want to walk your hands over to the right hand side of the mat. Maybe left hand rests on top of the right. And then inhale, start to walk the hands to center. We're going to pull ourselves up, find a tabletop position. And we're going to do the same postures on the other side. So I'll have my back to you, but just so you can see it from both angles. Right hand pushes down, right knee, right foot. Extend the left leg behind you. Try and keep it nice and straight as you roll the left arm up towards the ceiling. Hips pushing up. Gaze is up or straight ahead. Just breathe. Lovely. On your next inhale, see if you can lift all the way up. Slide left hand down the left leg, right hand reaches up and over. Inhale to come all the way up. Right fingertips come down, left arm reaches up, left leg starts to reach up. And then release the leg, the hand, the knee. You're in a tabletop position. Just take a moment to notice how the body's feeling. And then take those knees wide, big toes touch, hips to heels. Find your child's pose. And then you can start to walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Maybe right hand comes to rest on left. Inhale, start to come all the way back to center. Pull yourself up to tabletop. Now, bring the knees back in line with your hips. We're going to start to work into the core a little more. We're going to reach the right arm out. You can stay here, sucking the belly button in. This is great option. Extend the left leg. Maybe push the back heel back behind you. Now, if you want to, you could start to lift the left leg up. You can hold here or make it a bit more active by inhaling, squeezing elbow to knee, exhaling to extend. 2 more, inhaling, elbow to knee, exhale to extend. Lovely, inhaling and exhaling. Nice, now you can hold here or bend the back leg, point the toes. Maybe reach round with your backhand and start to kick the foot back and up as you look forwards. Gaze goes up, breathe here. And then release the leg, release the arm. Hands come back, knee comes back. If you want to, you could take a little wiggle from side to side. Maybe you can add the head in. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So find your stillness, reach the left arm out, step the right leg back. You can hold here or right leg lifts. You can hold here or squeeze elbow to knee. Exhale to extend. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's take one more. Inhale, Exhale, bend the back leg, point the toes, reach back with your left hand, grab hold of the foot, kick the foot back and up, breathe. And then release the leg, release the foot. Everything comes back down. Now this time, let's take big circles of the hips. And then back the other way. And then start to take big circles through the shoulders and the wrists. And back the other way. And any movement you want to make here, you can. Maybe you do some more cat and cow. Maybe being still feels right for you. And then when you're ready, start to tuck the toes under. And as you exhale, we push back into a downward facing dog. So have the hands shoulder distance, feet hip distance, a real big bend in the knees. So you can flatten out and lengthen the spine. And then we can walk out through the legs, bending one knee, then the other. Finding your way to stillness. Starting to walk the feet towards the middle of the mat and your hands back towards your feet. Grab hold of opposite elbows. Let the head hang heavy. Maybe sway left, maybe sway right. Imagine any tension from your head, neck and shoulders melting towards the floor. And then from here, have the knees bent enough so you can bring the hands to the floor. Push down through the right hand, and as you inhale, start to twist to the left, straighten the left leg. As you exhale, hand comes down and we move to the other side. Breathing and twisting. Nice. One more to each side. And then coming back to stillness, we're going to roll our way up to standing. So take your time. Allow the spine to kind of unravel itself as you stack one vertebrae on top of the next. And then maybe notice the shoulder blades come together, the shoulders soften, the neck lengthens, the crown of the head reaches up. When you get to standing, there is no rush, but we find our way, feet together, to our Tadasana, mountain posture. Now I said when we were lying on the mat, we were preparing our legs for our standing postures. So we're going to take some balances here. But to start off with, see if you can pick up all 10 toes. Spread them as wide as you can. Place them down onto the mat. Push down through the balls of the feet and the heels. Squeeze the kneecaps and the thighs. Tuck the tailbone under, shoulders soften, neck lengthens. Let's have a little play around. Maybe take the weight into the balls of the feet. And then back to center. See if you can take the weight more into your heels. You don't have to move very far. And then back to center. Maybe you start to lean to one side. Back to center and then lean over to the other side. And back to center. See now if you can feel completely grounded through the front, back, left and right of your feet. And then start to shift your weight into your left leg. So the left leg is standing strong. We're going to bend into the right. I'm just mirroring you here. So thigh comes up away from the floor, maybe holding onto the right knee. Maybe bringing the left hand to the left hip, standing as tall as you can. Think about that firm foundation through the base of your left foot. And we're going to open the hip out to the side. Maybe release left fingertips away from you. Maybe let the gaze follow. And then inhale, come all the way back to center. Interlace the fingers around the shin. Give it a big old squeeze in towards the body. And then release the leg. We'll prepare to do the same thing on the other side. And see if you can think about building from the base, the ground, up. When you're ready, you take the weight into that right leg. And then we're holding onto the left knee. Maybe right hand comes to the hip. As you inhale, you can start to open the hip out to the side. Maybe you're releasing right fingertips away from you. Maybe the gaze follows those fingertips. Just see how you feel. You can keep the gaze straight ahead. And then come all the way back to center. Squeeze the thigh in towards the body. And then release the leg. Find stillness. We're going to step the feet to hip distance. And you want to have enough space that you can step forwards onto your right foot about 1 meter between the front foot and the back foot. From here, push down through your back heel. See if you can grab hold of opposite elbows behind the back. Take the gaze up towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, start to fold forwards. You just have to fold enough to find the stretch into your right leg and really think about the connection of your feet to the mat. We don't want to be gripping the mat with our toes, and you want to have the sensation that the right foot is moving backwards, the left foot is moving forwards. Excellent. On your next inhale, soften into the right knee, push down through the feet, come up to standing. Release the arms beside you, turn the palms to face towards the top of your space. Bend into the front knee, come onto the ball of the back foot. You could stay here or start to gently lift that back foot, or maybe start to fold forwards to come into your warrior three, pushing the left heel back and the head forwards. Breathe. Excellent. On your next inhale, come all the way back up to standing. We'll take our tree pose. So you're bringing your left foot to the inside of the ankle, the shin, or the thigh. Tucking the tailbone under. Once you've found your balance, hands to prayer at the heart center. Breathe. Nice work. Release the foot, release the hands. Find stillness. So we step again. So we've got 1 meter between the front foot and the back foot, but this time it's the left foot that's forward, both hips pointing towards the tops of our mat. You can bring your hands back behind you, grab hold of opposite elbows. See if you can have the opposite forearm on top than you did last time. Push down through the back heel, take the gaze up, and as you exhale, fold forwards. Just enough to get the stretch into the left leg. We don't have to worry necessarily about the forehead coming all the way down to the shin. Just find the stretch. Keep the legs engaged. Think about your feet connecting to the floor. Left foot moving back, right foot moving forwards. Breathe. On your next inhale, soften into the left knee, push down through the feet, come up to standing. Release the arms beside you, turn your palms to face forward. Start to take the weight into the left leg. Notice what happens as you take the weight into that left leg. Come onto the ball of the back foot, maybe start to lift the back toes, maybe start to fold forwards, head reaches forward, heel reaches backwards. Try and keep the right hip in line with the left. Take one more deep inhale. One more deep exhale. As you inhale, come all the way up to standing, and this is where we can find our tree pose on the other side. So I'm just showing you this from the side. Right foot can come to the side of the ankle, the floor, inner shin or inner thigh. And then let the hands come all the way up into a prayer once you've found your balance. Try not to push on the side of the knee. Try and let your focus, we call it our drishti, settle on one thing a bit ahead of you that isn't moving. And that will help you with your balance. And then let's release the foot, release the hands. Nice work. Just breathe. Come to standing. Step your feet wide to the width of the mat. Turn the toes out. Have a softness in your knees. And start to fold forwards enough to get your fingertips down to the floor. Now you can stay here and just start to take the weight from one foot to the other, bending one knee and then the other. And you might find the more we do this, the more you can start to lower your hips down towards the floor, taking the weight from one foot to the other. Until you settle all the way down to your comfortable version of the squat, and you can keep moving the heels, keep moving the feet. Excellent. And then from here, we're going to step back, take a tabletop pose. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. Breathe. Check in with your body. If there's a way you need to move here, give it a go. And then step your right foot up in between the hands. Help it along if you need to, aiming for right knee above the right ankle. And then bring your right hand all the way to the inside of the right foot. Wiggle your foot out to the side. Right shoulder is touching the right knee. Lizard pose. You can stay on your hands. You can soften onto your elbows. You can let the forearms come all the way down towards the mat, but have both forearms pushing down equally. We're going to breathe here. And slowly start to come up onto your hands. Roll onto the outside edge of the right foot. Right hand comes to the inside of the right thigh as we start to twist and open the chest. Now you can stay here or bend into the back leg, point the toes up to the ceiling. You could stay here, or just like we did in Tiger earlier on in the practice, you could reach your right hand down to grab hold of the right foot. If it doesn't feel good, no need to do it. Take either of the options that we just mentioned. Keep letting the hips drop down towards the mat wherever you are, as we take one more deep inhale. One more deep exhale. Release the foot, bring the hand all the way back to the inside of the right foot, and then start to heel toe this foot over to the left hand side. Drop the right knee down. We come into pigeon pose. Try and point the back toes behind you, come up onto your fingertips. And then from here, we're going to come down onto hands or forearms. You could let the fists make a pillow for your forehead, or you could let the forehead come all the way down towards the mat. We'll take 3 more breaths here. On your next inhale, slowly start to come all the way back up. We're going to roll onto the right hip and bring the left leg all the way around to the front. So you've got left leg straight out in front of you, right leg is bent, and we're going to bring the foot to the floor, right knee is pointing up towards the ceiling. And then step that right foot up and over the left. Sit up as tall as you can, right hand back behind the right hip. Inhale, left arm reaches up, and as you exhale, hook the elbow, suck the belly button in and start to twist. Gaze goes all the way around past your back shoulder. Inhale to unravel, unwind. Twist the other way. And then come back to center. Uncross the legs and topple forwards to find your way back into a tabletop position. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. When you're ready, step the left foot up in between the hands. Left knee stacked on top of the left ankle. You can bring your left hand to the inside of the foot. Left shoulder is touching the left knee. From here, just like we did before, try and lengthen the spine and then let the chest start to settle down towards the mat. It might not move very far. You might still be on your hands. You might want to soften into the elbows. You might want to come all the way down onto forearms, but check both forearms and elbows are pushing down equally. Excellent. As you inhale, start to come all the way back up. Roll onto the outside edge of the left foot. Left hand to the inside of the left thigh. Twist and open the chest the other way. Option here to bend the back leg, point the toes, maybe reach the left hand down and grab hold of the foot. You don't have to do any of these variations. Just see what works for you, but let the hips feel heavy. Releasing the back leg. Left hand comes all the way back to the front. Wiggle your left foot now over to the right hand side of your mat. Let the knee drop down. Point the back leg behind you. Come up onto the fingertips. Sit nice and tall. And when you're ready, release onto hands and forearms. Forehead to fists or floor. Taking 3 more breaths. On your next inhale, slowly start to come all the way up onto your hands. And roll onto that left hip. Bring the back leg all the way around to the front. Have it nice and straight out in front of you. Left foot to the inside of the thigh. Turn your torso. Oh, we're not doing that posture. We're going to bring the left foot to the floor. Left knee points up towards the ceiling. Left foot comes up and over the right. Sit up nice and tall. Left fingertips back behind you. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, hook the elbow, suck the belly button in and twist. Back hand is just there for gentle support. You could lift it up if I asked you to. And on your next inhale, twist, unravel, unwind, go the other way. And then come all the way back to center. Uncross your legs and come to find a seated position. We're just going to take a breathing exercise here, and then we'll make our way down onto the mat. So the breathing exercise we're going to do is the box breath. So it doesn't really matter how you're sitting, by the way. Just find a way to be comfortable and have freedom to move your lungs and your rib cage. The box breath, we inhale for 4, we hold the breath for 4. We exhale for 4, and then we hold the exhale for 4. I'll count us through it, so no need to worry about that. Give it a go. It's a great breath for calming, for balancing, for creating focus. So, on your next inhale, just breathe normally in and breathe normally out. We're going to inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling. Hold the breath. Exhaling. Hold the exhale. Last one. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And hold. Let the breath return to normal. Give yourself a moment to digest any thoughts, feelings, sensations. And then we're going to come into a Shavasana to finish out our practice. So come all the way down to lie on your mat. Take a second to get any final fidgets and movements out of your system. In just the same way that we started the practice, allowing your whole body to be supported by the mat. In our busy, busy world, we're taking this opportunity to enjoy stillness. A still body and a still mind. Beautiful stillness. Let's start to take a slightly deeper inhale and a slightly longer exhale. You can slowly start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Maybe as you exhale, rotate into the wrists, the ankles, turning the head from side to side. Let's inhale to come into a full body stretch. And then exhale, release the arms and roll over onto whatever side of the body feels good for you. When you're ready, let's start to push ourselves up to find a comfortable seated position. If you can do it with your eyes closed, feel free. If not, close your eyes when you get here. Awesome work today. Well done for finding this time in your busy lives to practice, to dedicate to your body, to dedicate to your mind. Take this final scan around the body. Notice anything, everything that might have changed for you. Let's take a nice deep inhale. And let it all out with an exhale. Thank you so much for joining me for your practice and sharing your incredible energy with me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Namaste. Awesome work, guys. Remember, you can hit subscribe so you'll be the first to notify when any of our new videos come out. We do Tabata, Pilates, circuits and yoga. And one is released every week. Have an awesome day. Bye.